30 years of Pixar movie magic, 29 movies, and which concept did they pick to celebrate their big 3-0? Aliens to infinity and beyond. Elio, directed by Domie Shi, Elio, directed by Domie Shi, who also directed Turning Red, Madalena Schafrin and Adriana Molina. So, three directors, damn, and is the 29th Pixar movie overall. So, Elio tells the story of Elio, a young orphan child who is being raised by his aunt Orla, voiced by Zoe Saldana, who's become his guardian and dealing with the loss of her brother. And Elio, he is just obsessed with what's beyond Earth and being abducted by aliens and living on an alien planet. And of course, he outcasted and bullied by all the other kids as a result. Whereas as one day Elio sends a signal out at all as Air Force Base, and he gets his wish and goes on a sci-fi adventure where he befriends Gordon, the son of Gorn, who wants to conquer the Comiverse and wants his son to be a evil commander like him someday. So Elio must discover, well, where he truly belongs, as well as resolve the father and son dilemma. As now, I am extremely disheartened to hear this movie is failing commercially. Who agrees Elio wasn't marketed nearly as much as it deserves to be? Disney, stop under-marketing Pixar. Where is the love for original films, modern moviegoers? Seriously, why give all the money to the remakes when you should be giving the money to movies like this? Even if Elio was delayed and pushed back from 2024 to this year, 2025, it's not the only movie to get delayed by a year, so was Ballerina. I will I was forever going to stand by this movie's size, and uh, uh, and I just knew it would be a special film, not only because it's a original Pixar movie, and Pixar always knock us out of the park when it comes to originality, but also being directed by Domie Shi. And she gave us my personal favourite Pixar movie, Turning Red. I still defend Turning Red with a passion. It deserves so much more recognition. And as for Elio, it is E for excellence. This is the true wonderful family motion picture that families with kids should be going to see this June, and not the shitty House of Train Your Dragon remake. This blows the House of Train Your Dragon remake out of the freaking water. Is Elio one of my top 10 Pixar movies? Probably not, but does that mean it's a failure? Fuck no. It's still, a and yes, another animated masterpiece from that founded a feature-length CG animated films, and this is also Zoe Saldana's first major blockbuster this year. She has this and Avatar: Fire and Ash, so this is a particularly major year for her. I'm beyond proud of her for winning all her awards for her previous movie, and she is the standout vocal performance as all Elio's aunts. She has done so much better than Hero's aunt in Big Hero 6. Hero's aunt was kind of sidelined in that movie, whereas she is well given as much involvement in the story as Elio. Elio is strongly relatable for all young children who have inspired to, explore what's out there and go beyond the stars and their obsession with aliens. And Elio's child voice actor, he is outstanding, even though Olga is my favorite character in the movie. Elio is still one of Pixar's most well-written child protagonists in some time. Her bond with Elio, yes, did melt my heart. I am not gonna lie, and yeah, and that's what this movie has, bags of heart and bags of sweetness. Yeah, this is one of the sweetest movies I have watched all year. It may not have as high stakes, and it may not be as dark as other Pixar classics, but that never bothered me because not every Pixar movie has to have that tone. The movie was still capable of pulling off mature moments, especially with Elio, feeling like he had nobody who understood him on the planet, not even his aunt, who was doing her best to give Elio some friends. You could see why she was mad at him after he nearly cost her her job, and she was doing her best to provide for her and her nephew. And when the bullies accidentally give Elio a black eye, and give him an eye patch, yeah, that really makes you feel for the poor kids. And it's rare to see a character get an injury like that for most of the movie in an animated film. So I appreciate that ballsy story decision. A lot of critics have criticized the first act of Elio for being for having a snail's pace, and the movie doesn't begin until Elio gets to the Comiverse, to which I beg to differ. Elio's time on Earth was completely necessary to establish him and his aunt's bond, and and it was paced just right for me. And once Elio is transported to the Comiverse, we feel like we are transported with him, and this is the uh, greatest sci-fi realm that Pixar has invented since Buzz Lightyear's Star Command in the Toy Story universe. Take that, Lightyear. This is how you do a sci-fi Pixar space adventure, and the the alien designs in the Comiverse are totally out of this world. No pun intended. Some taking inspiration from slugs, others are from jellyfish and octopus, and one even looking similar to the hopeless star in the Super Mario Brothers movie. And Glorden, the slug-like alien who is kind of like a Roz if she had no eyes and no air, and smiled instead of frowned. Yeah, he was so damn cute. He was finally Elio's first friend who he could bond with, uh, and all and Gringorn, Glorden's father, he is one of the few redeemable Pixar antagonists who is not completely evil, and we we do see what once he gets out of his armor that he is not so different from his son after all. A boy does will he give the kids a scare or two. He is like this year's version of Captain Garntu or Zurgs. And when I mentioned all gets equal screen time to Elio, Elio has Glorden make a clone of Elio and sends that clone to Earth so that all takes the clone Elio back home and mistakes him for the real Elio. But she's not stupid. She soon figures out that isn't her actual nephew, and of course, she is worried sick about him, and Elio sees how worried she is about him and how much she cares. And Pixar consistently cook the animation. I mean, if in what universe will you ever hear a movie review of a Pixar movie say the animation's bad? You just won't. It's like a universe-sized version of the stars that light up on your wall when in your bedroom when you're a kid. The music score isn't anything groundbreaking by Pixar standards, but it does do its job with making certain scenes feel otherworldly. Just not a Pixar score that I'm going to buy anytime soon. So overall, Elio, I can completely get why Summer would call this one of the most disappointing modern Pixar efforts. So I think my review is gonna be generous compared to others. As a sucker for aliens and sci-fi and heartfelt family stories, that this movie was a real box ticker for me. And this would overall be my second favourite animated film of 2025, just under Barbie and Teresa Recipe for Friendship.
I give Elio 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever.
Yeah, Pixar, you have outdone yourselves once again, and yeah, please never give up on your original movies. And yeah, as for your upcoming projects, which are uh, uh, two sequels, I am so freaking hyped for Incredibles 3, which will likely release in summer 2027, 9 years after Incredibles 2. It took them long enough. And as for Coco 2, yeah, that will likely come 10 to 11 years after the first Coco. Coco 2, I'm not as hyped for, but I'm 50-50 on it. So I fingers crossed it will justify its existence. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Elio? And do you agree it deserves to be doing better commercially? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I will see you next time when I review Megan 2 real soon. And I will be going into Festover with my Camp Hill Village Trust community. So I will be camping this weekend. That's should be a ton of fun. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.